Good, me too. I'm having a lovely time. I'll address this straight off. You're probably all wondering where you recognise me from. No? Okay. They never are, but I always ask. The reason I ask is because I've actually been on TV quite a lot recently. Yeah, but not for doing comedy. I should say. It's a true story. I am currently the face of McCoy's Crisps. Yeah, very exciting time for me. It's the pinnacle of any comedy career. So we're all hoping for, we're all shooting for the stars. And I'm on the TV advert, and if you buy a packet of McCoy's at the moment, my face is on the packet. Yeah, there's a little picture of me holding a golden crisp. It says, find the golden crisp, you win £10,000. And it's everything. Sorry?
How many people have won £10,000?
Okay, questions. I wasn't expecting to be a spokesman for McCoy's straight off the bat. And sorry, am I going to win the prize? I don't know. No, not with that attitude. You've got to be in it to win it, not whinging on the front row of a comedy gig. Fair, I am fair. I mean, it's been very exciting being on the Chris, especially for people who I went to school with, who I haven't seen for 10 years. They've all been calling me up, being like, "You've made it, man." And I'm like, "Yeah, living the dream." But lots of them are full of questions as well. The question that everyone's been asking me, they've all said, "Oh, do you get loads of free crisps for being on the packet?" And I was like, "Oh no." They paid me in money. Those assholes. Didn't get a single free crisp out of the deal. So, a couple of weeks ago, I was like, do you know what? I do deserve some free crisps. So, basically, this is a true story. I went into a corner shop around the corner from my house, and I went to buy myself a packet of McCoy's. Spoiler alert, I'd been drinking. And I took these McCoy's to the counter, and I was like, "Can I have these, my good sir?" And then I said, "Do I get a discount if my face is on the packet?" And he was like, "What are you talking about?" So I went, "Ta-da!" I showed him this packet of McCoy's, and his reaction was that he looked at it and he went, "What have you done?" And he started trying to peel it off like it was a sticker. And I had to be like, no, look, I'm on all of them. I was like, look, hundreds of packets of crisps, they've all got me on. And to which he said, "Why have you done this?" I was like, I'm not walking around with hundreds of stickers of my own face. I'm sticking them on every packet of crisps on the off chance I get a discount. I was like, they're supposed to be on. And he genuinely started looking around for a hidden camera. Darren Brown was going to jump out and be like, "Gotcha." And so once I convinced him that I was supposed to be on there, I said, "So do I get a discount?" And he said, "That's not an offer that we run at this store." And I was like, "Obviously it's not. I'm the only person in the world that would apply to. Me and Gary Lineker would be the only ones getting a discount." Not all it's cracked up to be, fame. The funny thing about it was my ex-girlfriend, who I split up with ages ago, but when we first started getting together 10 years ago, she was working with this guy who really fancied her, and he wanted to get with her. And so obviously when I started getting off with her, he was he hated me, and he was always really awkward with me. But I then never saw him again, haven't seen him for the last 10 years. She hasn't seen him for the last 10 years. And then she sent me a message on Facebook a couple of days ago saying, "Look, I know we don't really speak to each other anymore, but look at this message I've just got." And it's from this guy holding a packet of McCoy's. And underneath it, he's written, "First he nicked my bird, now he's nicked my crisps." He's been burning away at him for the past 10 years. And then he'd written, "I hope you don't have anything else to do with this fucking prick anymore." Just the thought of him getting those crisps, no! When will I be safe? It's dreadful stuff. But me and her, we split up ages ago. And I'm with a new partner now, who's actually Latina as well. She's from Argentina, my girlfriend, and so she's got lots of cute little nicknames for me because she's Latina, Gringo, and White Devil, and Get Out of My House. Cute couple shit. And I hope you don't mind me getting a bit blue here, because I'm going to get a bit blue, but we're all grown-ups. I'm quite a stupid person, as you can probably tell. And my girlfriend's annoyed at me at the moment, because a few nights ago, we were getting down to some of the sexy time that everyone's been talking about. Okay. Sorry to be so graphic. Basically, halfway through the sexy time, I got a bit too into it, and I did a bad thing, and I yelled out the wrong name. Yeah, the thing is, I yelled out my name, which I thought might be better, and apparently it's no better. She was like, "What did you say?" And I was like, "I'm starting with me, and I'm working around the room. I'll get to you in a minute. Some patience, please." All your jets. She's it's a true story. She's in Argentina at the moment. She's from Argentina. Did I say that? She's from Argentina, and she's back there visiting like friends and family at the moment. And so we're trying to keep the relationship spicy while she's away, because you got to when it's long distance. Because as we all know, long distance is the wrong distance. Well put. Shit is very eloquent as well. I prefer wrong distance. While she's been away, we've been trying to get into sexting each other to keep it spicy. You know, like sexting? Yeah, a couple of fans. It's sexy texting. You didn't know? Yeah, okay, good. You can guess it. It's just two words switched together. And I'm getting into the sexy texting, but I realise my problem with sexy texting is I don't know what face you're supposed to make while you're doing the sexy texting. Because me and my girlfriend, we've been sending each other some like raunchy messages, like the good stuff. Like, you know. Tits. And like, oh, I'm gonna lick your. Like the raunchy messages we've been sending each other, but like the whole time you're sending these like disgusting messages to each other, your face is just. Makes you feel like a serial killer. It's emotionless texting. It's going in my head now. Like if I'm on the tube and I see a guy texting like that, I'm like, you dirty dog. Someone's having a good time over there, aren't they? Little sauce pot. It's having a great time. I mean, my girlfriend, we don't really sort of sext each other. I mean, we do when she's away. When she's here, we're not one of those couples that like text each other very much. Like I've never been sort of like needy texting or anything like that. Like the neediest texts I get from my drug dealer. I get very needy messages from him. Like, oh, where are you? Are you okay? I haven't heard from you for a few days. And genuinely, true story, 3 days ago I got a text from my dealer saying, "Is that you on the McCoy's advert?" Apparently he'd just been at home like, I know that guy. Yeah. I mean, we like taking drugs? Cool. Yeah! I'm a big fan. Trying to get them all legalised. I think we should legalise all the drugs. Can't we legalise them, guys? No?
Yes.
Yeah! Yeah, exactly, for tax purposes, that's what I'm saying. Legalise them, we can make loads of money out of it. That's what I'm always saying, this is why I think it should be a thing that brings people together in this country. Because tax purposes, we're very divided in this country now. You said enough, shut the fuck up. But it's like, people like, we're divided in this country now, because of Brexit and the election, but we all agree that we need more money, don't we? We just all disagree on where the money should come from. So do we tax the rich and corporations or do we cut public spending? All I'm saying is, drug dealers seem to have a lot of money. Why don't we take some of theirs? They're not paying their taxes, are they? Like, politicians are always saying there's no such thing as a magic money tree. Yes, there is. It's a weed plant. It's right there. You legalise it, you make loads of money straight away. Like, people are already spending the money and buying the drugs. We're just saying no to the tax money. And as a drug user, I'd like to see my money go towards something more useful, please. Every time I smoke a joint, I think, that could build a hospital. I'll do a line and I think, that could be a school. I'll do an ecstasy pill and I'll think, God, I love this song. What's it called? 8 Hours of Techno? Great. No, I understand techno music. I'm a big fan of a guy called David Nutt. Do you guys know him? Yeah, of course. Sorry. I've been in the sun today. David Nutt, those of you who don't know, he was like a drugs policy advisor for the government a few years ago. And he got sacked from his job at the government because he pointed out that taking ecstasy is safer than horse riding. Because it's true, like horses kill more people every year than ecstasy does. And the government were like, you can't say that. And they sacked him because they weren't ready for the truth. And he wasn't trying to say anything mad, like we should ban horse riding. He was just pointing out that we tolerate things that are a lot more dangerous than illegal drugs, and we don't really think about it. I disagree. I think we should ban horse riding. And I think we should legalise all the drugs at the same time. Mainly because then that would mean all the drug dealers would have to sell horse riding instead. And that's something I really want to see. Just a load of men in the park, like, hey man, you want to ride this horse? It's good quality shit. For 50 quid you can stroke him, but for 100 quid you get to canter around this clearing. If you want to get really fucked up, you can do some dressage. Oh, it's the cops! Run, Black Beauty! Get out of here! That's what I want to live in. Anyway, you guys have been beautiful. I've been Jack Barry. Good night.